Hi, advice to the candidates. That's what today's video is going to be about. You know, I don't have a dog in this hunt. I have Dubs, but, you know, he's gone to Washington. And I don't much care which of the three, Romney, Gingrich, or Santorum, goes to Washington. I just want to make sure one of them does and Obama leaves. So I've been giving them advice, and now I think all three of them could use some advice, so here goes. Start with the basic construct. Florida is not South Carolina. It's a totally different state. The panhandle in Florida is a little bit like South Carolina, but the rest of Florida is different. The West Coast is right out of the Midwest. It's Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana. And the East Coast is Cuban in the Republican primary, and also New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, Eastern Pennsylvania, Baltimore. So they're totally different. And the Republican Party is a mix of national security types, economic conservatives, and evangelicals. Gingrich won South Carolina by winning the evangelicals, partially because he's always been very strongly pro-life, and also because of Romney's religion, and the national security types. But he lost among the economic conservatives. They went for Romney. But there are fewer of them in South Carolina. There are more of them in Florida. And the evangelicals do not have a grip on the state, except in the very northern panhandle region. So you can't just take one state and apply the results to the other. Now everybody's saying that money, momentum, and manpower will determine who wins Florida. They're wrong. None of those three factors are going to matter much. Florida is huge and takes a lot of money to advertise, but who needs ads when you have 4 hours of debates in the week before the election? The debates will structure everything. Ditto with manpower and momentum. You know, in baseball, they say you got momentum as much as the next day's starting pitcher. And with the states being totally different, it's a completely different situation. What will win this is message. So here goes in terms of the advice. Start with Romney. What Romney needs to do is to take Obama's class warfare rhetoric and pin it on Gingrich. He needs to say, when you attack me over Bain Capital and you attack me over my taxes, you are essentially painting me with the same brush that Obama uses to paint the 1%. And you're indulging in the same kind of class warfare as Obama. Now, in order to say this, Romney has to release his tax returns. I think the big reason he lost in South Carolina, other than Gingrich winning the debates, is that he wouldn't release his taxes. And it's not that people think he's dishonest. It's not that they don't think he's paid his fair share. It's not that in a Republican primary at all. It's that they're worried that there's something in the tax returns that Obama could use to defeat him. And therefore, the tax returns undo the big argument for Romney, which is that he's the one most likely to beat Obama. And until he releases them and puts that to rest, he can't let that argument kick in for him. Now, once he does release them, then he settles down to a nice debate about the capital gains tax, about the need to pay a lower rate on investment income that's already been taxed, about the need for capitalism and Bain Capital. He becomes, in a sense, the poster child for capitalism, as against Newt and against Obama. What Newt's got to do is not fall into that trap by continuing to attack Romney over taxes and Bain and wealth, because the more he does that, the more he helps Romney play jujitsu and paint Obama and Gingrich with the same brush. So what Newt needs to do is to be Newt. He needs to get out there with his affirmative, positive ideas, his alternate take on the system, his rhetoric that frames things in novel and interesting and creative ways, and he needs to do that in the two debates. And that's going to be crucial to his winning. Santorum needs to sort of sit back and let Newt and Mitt fight it out, and then kind of in and say, hey, I'm the other guy. In fact, there was once a race in Kentucky where one candidate said, one candidate says about the other blah, blah, and the other candidate answers blah, blah. Well, they're both right, and I'm running for governor, and I should beat both of them. And in a sense, that's what Santorum can do. When A and B fight, C benefits. And don't count Santorum out. With 17% of the vote in South Carolina, only 9 points behind Romney, or 11 points behind Romney, and only about 15 points, or I guess 20 points behind Newt, he's a factor. And with two debates, it doesn't matter how much money he has. It just matters how those debates go. So that's my advice about the situation. And who'll win this race? the one that wages the best campaign, the one that has the best message, and if you'll pardon me, the one that follows that advice. We'll see. So we'll follow it this week. Later today, there's going to be the first of these two debates, which are absolutely crucial. I'll be tweeting during the debate. Don't be panicked when I say tweeting. What it really means is I'll make comments on my website. And if you go to dickmorris.com, you can see those comments every minute or so and follow the debate right alongside me. And then, of course, on Tuesday in the video, I'll be talking about who won the debate. Wednesday and Thursday, we'll be covering the race. Then Thursday night, we'll be tweeting during that debate. Friday, we'll talk about who won the debate. And, of course, Saturday, we do the history video. So stick around. It's going to be a heck of a roller coaster ride this week, but we are going to have fun. Thanks.